A spokeswoman for the University of Montana says the decision to reorganize the school's student services and recruiting isn't solely driven by the continued slump in enrollment, but the changes are driven at least in part by an urgency to start turning that situation around. Today, President Seth Bodner announced Vice President of Enrollment and Student Affairs Tom Crady would be leaving his position at the end of the school year. The decision to not renew Crady's contract comes less than 2 years after he was brought on to boost enrollment and marketing. Spokeswoman Paula Short, who will take over some of those duties on an interim basis, says the change also sees Bodner implementing a plan to combine student services, including recruitment, enrollment, and financial aid, into a combined department. And while the changes were entirely driven by low enrollments, or were not driven totally by low enrollments, Short says one objective is to improve those stats sooner than later.
I think the president has said, we're not where we need to be just yet. And so this is, I think, another option, another lever to pull, if you will, to kind of get us even further aligned and get us really going in the right direction and sort of, I think, augmenting the efforts that are already here. So I think it's really a taking what is here and making this an improvement for the future.
Crady will be continuing as an advisor to implement the new changes between now and this summer.